Hi dear students, today we are going to discuss a case study on the topic fiber splicing. Case study on fiber splicing. So let's go deep into the case study. So fiber optic cable splicing and routing case study. As you all know, fiber optic splicing is an important method of joining two fibers together. So it is used in many industrial applications. It is a preferred solution when an available fiber optic is not sufficiently long enough for the required distance. The length may not be sufficient enough for a required distance. Hence, we will be going for fiber optic splicing, that is connecting two fiber optic cables together. That as you can see in the video footage itself. So in this video footage, we can see an worker, a fiber optic cable worker, who is trying to merge two fiber optic cables together, who is trying to splice two fiber optic cables together. The splicing is also designed to restore the fiber optic cables whenever they can accidentally be broken because of some accidents. If it is broken, then they can be merged together. So also nowadays, fiber optic splicing is widely deployed in telecommunication field, in local area network field, in networking projects, etc. So typically, the fiber optic splices can be undertaken in two ways, that is fusion splices and mechanical splices. Fusion splicing method, it is a permanent connection of two or more fibers by welding them together using an electronic arc. It is most widely used method of splicing, as it provides low cost. It will give low loss to the signals whenever they are connected together with the help of a fiber splicing method. Fusion splicing method, it has another advantage of less reflectance of the signal, and also the strongest and the most reliable joint between the two fibers. When adopting this method, fusion splicing machines are often used. When we need all these parameters, fusion splicing method comes first when we think of all these techniques. Generally, there are four basic steps in fusion splicing process, that is stripping the fiber. The stripping means the process begins with the presentation for both the fibers end to be fused. So you need to strip all the protective coatings, core cladding coatings, jackets, tubes, string members, and so on, just leaving the bare fiber showing it, that bare fiber will be displayed there. It is noted that the cable should be extremely clean in order to prevent certain kinds of losses inculcating there. Also, cleave the fiber. The second step is to cleave the fiber. So a good fiber cleaver is crucial to an essential fusion splicing process. The cleaver merely nicks the fiber and then pulls out and flexes it to cause a clean break rather than the cut in the fiber. So it will create a clean break rather than cutting the fiber. The cleave end face should be perfectly flat and perpendicular to the axis of the fiber for a proper splice to it. Next, third step is fuse the fiber. When fusing the fiber, there are two important steps: aligning and melting. The first of all, aligning the ends of the fiber within the fiber optic splicer. Once proper alignment is achieved, using an electrical arc to melt the fibers to permanently weld the two fibers ends together. And the fourth one is to protect the fiber. A typical fusion splice has a tensile strength between 0.5 to 1 lbs, and it is not easy to break during normal handling. However, it still requires protection from excessive bending and pulling forces. By using heat shrink tubing, silicone gel, or a mechanical crimp protector, that will keep the splice protected from outside element as well as breakage. So because fiber optic splicing is a specialized technology, it finds a very advanced requirement in most of the telecommunication field, because at times we need to connect two fibers together whenever the length of the fiber may not be sufficient enough, whenever we need to extend the length, whenever there accidentally the fiber optic cable met with an accident and a breakage occurs. So in all these cases, fiber optic splicing is the only method or the essential method, because it is very difficult to replace the fiber from the source end itself. So it needs to be properly spliced together in order to extend the connection. So this is the basic case study on fiber optic splicing method that finds a wide application right now in industrial field, telecommunication field and local area network field. Thank you, dear students.